Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And a throw right sideline is complete. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Here's Trubisky. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Trubisky to throw again. Able to find Harris, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Watch twins. Check three.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, work. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Who that? Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On third down, Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. 3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Stafford on first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now Stafford. Pass to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Trubisky to throw. That is caught by Cohen. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
64, weak.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing left side, it's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Trubisky will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32!
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now it's Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On first down, Swift. A gain of 3, second down.
The tackle at the 47-yard line.
on 2nd and 7. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Delano Hill. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike, 55. What? 55. Hey, watch your leg. Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now Trubisky. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
it's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay. Third down here. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Yeah, he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Mike, 58, right there. Gotta do better. Come on.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Recon, 152 fighter. Tighten up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Lock in. Watch the ship. Blue draw Corker.
From the 24, Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Everyone got 4 down.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line. 58 for Mike. Switch. 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford, and he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the gun, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Trubisky. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
There you go. 55 is my guy, 55. Okay. 6-6. Pull it high.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he's got his man on the comebacker. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Trubisky to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Check 9, check 9.
That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They'll run on first down. Swift. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This time, Trubisky will throw. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They got a chance to strike.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.